All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Virtual College Exploration for all Ohio students, sponsored by the Ohio Association for College Admission Counseling and StrivesScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on the screen to type your questions to the presenter at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at the OACAC.org. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week on the same website at the OACACA.org. I'd like to now turn it over to the presenter.
All right. Sorry, thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Cameron Gonzalez. I'm a senior admissions counselor here at Coastal Carolina University. I'm also an alum of Coastal. I got my degree in 2016 in communication, minored in marketing. Today, I'm going to go over a quick presentation for you guys, and at the very end, I'll be able to save a little bit of time to answer any questions that you may have. So starting right off the bat, I'm going to give you a little insight about who Coastal is, how we got started, and what we represent. So Coastal Carolina University was founded in 1954. Since then, we are a really fast-growing institution, and we became a university in 1993. Our colors are teal, black, and bronze, teal representing the ocean, bronze representing the sand, because our school is only 9 miles away from Myrtle Beach. I used to live in Ohio, and I used to vacation to Myrtle Beach quite frequently, so I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching today have probably vacation to the South Carolinas at some point. So you more than likely have to pass Conway, South Carolina before you get to Myrtle Beach, but we are right there along the route. Our mascot is Chauncey the Chanticleer. We're not the Chanticleers, we're not the Chandeliers, but the Chanticleers. We are the Fighting Roosters. We got our mascot from Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, and we are the only literary mascot in the entire nation. So that helps us stand out above the rest. A little bit of insight again about Coastal Carolina. We were named second among the best value category. We do make it affordable for students to come to Coastal, hence why we were on America's Best College Buy list for the 11th consecutive year. Some other fun accolades I'm going to point out to you guys. Number 10 in best undergraduate teaching, 17 top public schools, 19 most innovative, and number 25 for the best college for veterans. I mentioned the veterans side of it because we are a military-friendly school, thanks to GI Jobs for the 8th year in a row. Coming in, I was a military dependent. I utilized my parents' GI Bill. Not to mention, Coastal Carolina University is a yellow ribbon school, so getting additional assistance through that office was incredibly helpful. They made life and transitioning the GI Bill from my parents to me very easy, and there was other additional opportunities to get scholarships and grants. So if you will be utilizing your GI benefits, if you are military dependent, you're active duty reservists, pay attention and visit our Veteran Services office. They are fantastic. They will be happy to answer any questions that you may have and assist you during that time. Here at Coastal Carolina, we have just over 10,600 students on campus. We have 5 academic colleges and over 90 different programs of study. While I won't be going into each individual major, I will touch base on some of the most popular ones in each of the academic colleges. What's also really nice is that we have a 16-to-1 student-faculty ratio, meaning that we have no lecture halls whatsoever. They're strictly going to be classroom-based. So the most you'll see in a classroom is maybe 20, 25 students. And as you focus on your major, those class sizes are going to get a lot smaller. So for example, in my senior capstone class, there was 6 of us in it, which made knowing my professor and having assistance on my projects that much easier and that much greater. That was one of the reasons I chose Coastal, because I didn't want to be just considered a number in a grade book. My professors truly cared about my future and my academics and making sure that I was on track to get there. 79% of our faculty members do possess a doctoral or a terminal degree, so you can feel good knowing that the people who are teaching you this stuff have the accreditation and the education to back up what they are teaching. Not to mention, all of our faculty members are required to have an open door policy. So if you're ever struggling in a class or need assistance on a homework assignment, you can go to them during their office hours and get the additional help that you may need. I was mentioning the 5 academic colleges. We're going to start with the first one. The first one being the Wall College of Business. The Wall College of Business is going to be AACSB accredited, which means that we fall in the top 5% of business schools in the entire world. Within our Wall College of Business, we have management, marketing, hospitality and resort tourism is a big one, being that Myrtle Beach is only 9 miles away. Or if you are a numbers person, we also have economics, accounting, and finance. What's also through the Wall College of Business that we love to debut is that we're one of 18 schools in the entire nation who offer a PGA Golf Management Certification Program. So if you would like to become the next Dustin Johnson, and yes, he is an alum of Coastal, you can participate in that program through the Wall College of Business. Now, through the Wall College of Business, as well as a few of our other majors, we have what's called the Accelerated Degree Program, where you have an opportunity to get your degree in 3 years. When you complete your degree in 3 years, not only are you fast-tracking your education, but you have an opportunity to go get your master's in your 4th year. So for example, let's say you decided to major in management, and then you want to go on in your 4th year for your MBA. You can do so through the Accelerated Degree Program. So in 4 years, you'll have 2 degrees from Coastal Carolina University. Internships, study abroad opportunities are huge through the Wall College of Business and Coastal in general. You can start studying abroad as early as your 2nd semester of your freshman year. Internship opportunities available in-state, out-of-state, as well as international. If you would like to study abroad for your major, you can do so, or you can simply study abroad just for a specific class. I had a friend, a colleague of mine actually, she went and studied abroad in Spain, but she wasn't a Spanish major. She just wanted to do it to knock out her Spanish language, and she was able to a whole semester. So I thought that was a really fun, unique opportunity for her. And 90% of the time when you do study abroad, you do get to pay that in-state tuition rate. So for my out-of-state students out there, it's very important. I think it's a cool feature that you're able to pay the in-state tuition, so you do have the opportunity to study abroad. The next college I'm going to talk about is the Spadoni College of Education. Spadoni College of Education is going to be NCATE accredited. So what that means is when students get their teaching degree at Coastal, they could teach anywhere in the country, including Guam and Puerto Rico. What's nice about the Spadoni College of Education is you are in the classroom your 1st semester of your freshman year. So you're already building that experience and getting to see if this is the grade level you want to teach, if this is a career path you're still interested in taking, as opposed to waiting all the way till junior, senior year and realizing this isn't the path you want to take. We're able to get you in early on to really establish those set goals and expectations before it gets too far along. The majors that fall under this school is going to be elementary, early childhood, physical education, special education, and middle level education. So if you wanted to teach at the middle school level. Unfortunately, we do not have secondary education, which will allow you to teach at the high school level, but we do have a Master in the Arts of Teaching or a Master in Education, MED, where you will be able to come back for your education to continue and get the 9th through 12th grade certification to teach at the high school level, if that is something you're looking to pursue. And 86% of our students who have graduated from Coastal have stayed in the local area and has gotten a job within the surrounding counties. So we will definitely help you with that job placement, as well as interview skills. And a lot of the education students around here tend to just stay because it's something they're comfortable with. They have made a lot of great connections, but the nice part is your degree is NCATE accredited. So you can go back to your home state or any state for that matter and still teach. The next college is going to be the Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts. We are a liberal arts institution, meaning that students can get a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Fine Arts with us. If they want to do the Fine Arts, they do have to audition. So if you want to be an actor one day, musical theater, stage production design, anything along those lines, you have to submit a portfolio, go through the whole interview process, and if they like what they see and you meet their expectations, they will do callbacks for you in the new year, and then you will know if you got into the BFA program towards the end of February, beginning of March. But other than that, you have an opportunity to also get a Bachelor of Arts through communication, graphic design, digital and culture design, to name a few. Anthropology and geography is another popular one, even intelligence and national security. We are the only school in the southeastern region to offer the Intel program specifically designed for students who are interested in going into the FBI, CIA, cyber terrorism, homeland security. We're going to give them all the tools and the resources to prepare them. Everything that goes on behind the scenes, data analysis and cyber analysis. We even have a simulation lab so our students can really go through the day-to-day protocols and what they may be expecting in that career field. We do also have an internship to Washington, D.C., where we help students get that level 1 clearance. So we do have a lot of great opportunities within the Edward College of Humanities and Fine Arts, especially with the Intel program. The next college is going to be the Gupta College of Science. The Gupta College of Science is actually our biggest college with about 46% of our undergraduates falling under the school. The #1 program students come to Coastal for is marine science, but some other popular majors that fall under the school is going to be biology, chemistry, biochem, and physics. We even have the social sciences like psychology and sociology. We have a dual engineering program with Clemson. We also have a 2+2 nursing program with our technical school that is adjacent to our campus. But I really want to focus on marine science for a second because that is what we are known for. We were named the best oceanside college in 2016. We have our own fleet of vessels. We also own a third of an island. It has no development on it whatsoever. It's strictly just for research purposes. And as a freshman, you are already out to sea on our boats, on our island, collecting samples, getting really hands-on and dirty with that experience. And I love that aspect that we're giving the students that as early as their freshman year to really get that field work and start figuring out if this is the career path they're looking to take. Students who come to Coastal for marine science can get a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate in marine science. So there's multiple opportunities to further your education within marine science or any majors for that matter. Also, I do want to point out too, I was mentioning the doctorate with marine science. We do also have a PhD in education. So if anyone's interested in getting their PhD in education, we do have that opportunity available to students as well. The last college is going to be the HCC Honors College and Center for Interdisciplinary Studies. This currently houses our honor students, our interdisciplinary studies students, and our undeclared students. So if you come to Coastal and you have no idea what you want to major in, that's okay. You technically have until the end of your sophomore year to pick a major, so there is no rush with that timeline whatsoever. During that timeline, you're going to be knocking out all your core curriculum, so that's the general ed courses, English, math, science, history, art, those basic core curriculum classes. And then once you have decided on a major, then you can start focusing on those major courses. The other turnaround is the interdisciplinary studies. This is where you get to ultimately create your own major. So let's say you, out of all of our program, there's nothing you're interested in, or maybe you have a little bit of interest with a few majors here and there. You can create your own major with your academic advisor to focus on the career path that you're looking to take. So for example, we have an alum of Coastal. She really wanted to be a seeing eye dog trainer. So she worked with her advisor to take classes from psychology, sociology, art history, art studio, biology, animal science, there's a couple of them, so she can be prepared for that career path. And that was all through this college, and she got her degree in interdisciplinary studies. The last part of this college is the Honors College. It is by invitation only, so when you apply to Coastal, there's a section on the application where you click yes, you fill out an essay, and if you get considered for to join the Honors College, it is going to come in a letter 2 to 3 weeks after you receive your acceptance packet. So it won't be in your acceptance letter, but it will be coming shortly. If you choose not to join the Honors College, that is okay. You just click no and you keep on moving forward. Otherwise, some benefits to being part of the Honors College is you have opportunities for additional scholarships and grants, of course, graduating with honors. There's also special interest housing, meaning that you get to be housed with other honors students. Since you guys are all going to be in the same classes, you guys can really be holding each other accountable. I think the #1 reason most students tend to join the Honors College, though, is the fact that they have priority scheduling, meaning that they get to pick their classes before everyone else on campus. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, you really do get to pick everything before everyone else, and that is just a fun little perk that you can get through the Honors College. Switching gears here, we're going to move from talking about academics to the involvement side of it. Here at Coastal Carolina University, we have over 120 clubs and organizations. Everything from Greek life, faith-based, SGA, club sports, you name it, more than likely we do have it. We have a sea turtle club, we have a surf club, we have a men's lacrosse club, we even have a Quidditch team for my Harry Potter fans out there. We are not actually flying, it is Muggle style, so you're on the ground, but that is a club that got started here only a few years ago and has taken off. We even have a hammock club, and that's exactly what it sounds like. You hang a hammock on campus, swing back and forth, take a nap, do your homework. It is one of the more popular clubs and organizations on campus, and we have what's called Student Organizational Kickoff Day, which happens on the first Wednesday of each semester, so you can feel free to sign up for as many clubs and organizations as you wish. Now, out of our clubs and organizations, there's nothing you're interested in, and maybe you want to start your own club. You can do so. You just need 7 other students or friends to join in with you and an advisor, and then you'll be good to go. Of course, without our student involvement, we wouldn't be able to cheer on our Chanticleers. We have 19 Division I sports programs. We are part of the Sun Belt Conference with the exception of women's lacrosse. They compete in the Atlantic Sun Conference, but still Division I. We have a lot of great titles and superstars that have come out of our sports program. When we were part of Big South for our football team, we went to the playoffs from 2012 to 2016. For men's basketball, we went to the NCAA tournament back-to-back in 2013, 2014. I think the number one reason most students tend to remember our sports program is the fact that we won the College World Series in 2016 for baseball. We were the underdogs. We came out on top. We proved everyone wrong, and we're going to continue doing that through our sports program. So if you're interested in becoming an athlete, there is an alternative way to be recruited. I'll be more than happy to assist you at the very end, give you a link if that is a path you're looking to take. If you have watched this, I know football just started this past weekend, and we actually played our first game against Kansas on Saturday. No one thought we would win it, and we ended up proving, again, everyone wrong. We came out on top. That's our second time playing Kansas and our second win against them. So we're very, very proud of our sports teams, but we have a long season ahead of us, but we are very excited for what our sports programs will be offering our students in the next few months. Talking about Teal Nation, we do truly get students from all across the country. 49% of our students are in-state, 49% are out-of-state, and 2% are international. So more than likely on your first day of classes, you will be sitting next to somebody who is probably in the town just next to you. As you can see on this map, everything is covered in teal, and the darker teal is where we get the most students from. So Ohio, you are on the map up there. So if you wanted to carpool, do it. Absolutely. It'll save you time and save you money. Otherwise, we do have shuttles that can take you to and from the local Amtrak, Greyhound, or Myrtle Beach International Airport. Otherwise, freshmen, you can bring a vehicle to campus. Your parking pass is only $75 for the entire year. We receive just over 15,000 applications each year for admission to Coastal, with about 13,000 of them being for the freshman class. Keep in mind what you see on this screen right here is not the minimum. This is just that middle 50% range we would like students to shoot for. So GPA, we want them to be around the ballpark range of a 3.2 to a 4.0, ACT 19 to 24, and SAT 1020 to 1170. Something we're doing new this year with fall of 2021 applicants is we are going test optional for anyone who has a 3.5 GPA or higher. Now, there are some exceptions to test optional. If you want to major in marine science, intelligence and national security, or 2+2 nursing program, you will still need to take the test, SAT or ACT, because those are departmental requirements to get into the program. Otherwise, every other major is up for grabs to come in test optional. If you would like to still apply test optional and take the SAT or ACT, definitely go ahead. You can do so. We will consider your application. But when we're looking at the test optional students, we're going to be looking at the college preparatory program and how you have been, what you've been doing to better yourself and get ready for that college level coursework. So we do take a look at the level of rigor you did in high school. So APs, honors, dual enrollments. While we don't require letters of recommendation or an essay, I do strongly encourage you to submit them for additional consideration. That way we get to know who you are as an individual, what academic relations you have, where are your strong suits and your core curriculum. So anything that we can better understand you from an academic standpoint. I do understand that most school districts, some of these requirements may fall into place and some might not, and that is okay. So if you come to Coastal, for example, while we look for 20 core requirements, if you only have 3 units of a math, because that's all it needs, that's all it takes for you to get a high school diploma, that's all we're going to ask for. Of course, we would love to see that 4th year math, but if you don't need it to graduate, we won't need it either. So please don't feel like you are rushing to get a last minute class to make it work. I am the admissions counselor for the state of Ohio, so I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and work with you. Same thing goes with the fine arts. I know not many schools will allow you to take a fine art or need it. So if you don't need it, I won't need it to be reviewed. So definitely make sure you are keeping an eye out for these core requirements, as well as any additional information you want to send my way to consider your application for admission. Something new also this year for fall 2021 applicants and for future applicants, we are part of the Common App. We're very excited about this partnership with them. So you can apply 2 ways, either through the Common App or our main institutional website, coastal.edu/apply. Once we have all the documents we need, we can get you a decision in less than 3 weeks. So the turnaround time is very, very quick. Not to mention the priority deadline for merit awards is December 1st, and I'll go into what merit awards are in the next few minutes. Now, if you decide to transfer to Coastal, maybe you want to stay local for a year and then transfer to Coastal later in the future, you can do so. We look for an average collegiate GPA of a 2.9 and at least 24 transferable credit hours. If you don't have the 24 hours, that is okay. We may ask for additional documentation such as your high school transcript and or your test scores, but we will help you. If you are interested in transferring, make sure you send us all the documents that you need for that. And transfers, you have a deadline of June 1st for merit awards. And again, still that 3-week timeline. Unfortunately, we are not part of Common App for the transfer applicants yet. It is going to be projected sometime in the future, we will. But for now, if you are interested in transferring in, just go to our main institutional website, thecoastal.edu/apply. Now, these numbers on your screen, I don't want you to freak out about them. What's great about these numbers is that these will fluctuate based off of your preference. The only thing that's set in stone is the tuition. So the tuition, we have a freeze on for this year as well as next year. Given everything going on, we have made it a priority to keep tuition numbers down and make it affordable for students to come to Coastal. So the housing and the meal plan that you see there are the only ones that are going to fluctuate in price. The housing and the meal plan are the most expensive options. You do not have to choose these options. There are more budget-friendly options to choose from at a lower price tag. So that total at the bottom, again, will fluctuate. What's nice is that when students come to Coastal, they really get to build their experience here. They get to pick their roommate, they get to pick their room, they get to pick their meal plan, and they get to pick their classes. So we don't really do any of that for you. That is all going to be based off of your experience and what you wish to make it here. If you want to live in the brand new residence halls, that's going to be the ticket price you'll be paying. If you are the type of student who needs to eat every 30 minutes, every hour, you want to do the unlimited meal plan, and that's that price that you see listed there before. Otherwise, again, more budget-friendly options to choose from. Sit down with your family and really see if this is something that you want to continue pursuing and looking at other options as well. 86% of our students do receive some kind of financial aid or scholarship, so don't feel like you're the only one applying for them, because you're not. Our financial aid office is fantastic in assisting our students with additional opportunities to get scholarships and grants. Don't sleep on those external websites either, though. For example, when I was a student here, I got a $500 scholarship every single year from fastweb.com just for being left-handed. Our financial aid office is so incredibly helpful in that area, so if you have any, let's say you got a scholarship from your local community at $500. That is transferable to Coastal. So any kind of scholarships that you can get, go ahead and apply for. The FAFSA opens up October 1st every single year. It's a free application. I encourage everyone to fill it out just to see how much you can afford coming to Coastal or any institution for that matter. Our financial aid office does also have a net calculator. So if you wanted to plug in your numbers, you can do so through the website too. Keep in mind, once you've been accepted to Coastal, if you are interested in applying for scholarships, make sure you are following financial aid scholarships website precisely, because they do have some deadlines coming up, but they will have some scholarships based off of certain majors, locations, freshmen. So make sure you're keeping an eye out on what opportunities those have for you. Merit awards is awarded money that we give students based off of how they did in school. This is what I was talking about, that deadline earlier, with December 1st for freshmen, June 1st for transfer students. What we do is we take into consideration everything from a holistic approach. So we look at GPA, we look at the level of rigor your coursework was. If your school does class rank, we also take that into consideration. Like I said, submitting that essay or letters of recommendation for additional consideration is going to be extremely helpful. So I encourage you to submit all of those that you can as well. And those are going to range from 15% to 60% tuition coverage. As long as you are maintaining the requirements given to you, this is renewable every single year, which is extremely helpful in the times that we're in right now to help you pay for school. And if you have other scholarships, you can stack additional scholarships on top of this merit award too. So it's nice that there's going to be multiple opportunities for you to bring that ticket price of the tuition and the total cost down. We do also have individual merit awards for the visual and performing arts. So if you are, let's say, a graphic design major, art studio, musical theater, if you don't get a merit award based off of the academics rigor side of it, you do have an opportunity to still be considered for a merit award through the Visual and Performing Arts Department. Same thing goes for our PGA students. If you want to participate in the PGA program, you have to fill out an application. I believe the handicap has to be a 12 or less. And then once you have been accepted through their school, if you meet their qualifications to be awarded a merit award, they will let you know. We will let you know. So you'll have multiple communications coming towards you, letting you know what the status is. Now, if you're looking to transfer to Coastal, that's going to be a little bit different, but you can still be considered a merit award. Those are going to range from 15% all the way to 25% tuition coverage. And that's going to be based off of the average collegiate GPA coming in and however many transferable credit hours you have. So make sure you, even if you are looking to transfer to Coastal in the future, make sure you're really focused on your academics and paying attention to those little details, because that can really make or break a merit award as well as the tuition price. We do also have the individual merit awards, again, for the visual performing arts, as well as the PGA golf management program. All right, so that is all I have for my presentation today. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for any questions. If anyone has any, you can drop them in the Q&A box. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you during this time. We do have quite a little bit more time, so this time is really for you guys. Please don't hesitate to reach out for any questions, any concerns. No question is a bad question. I'll be more than happy to help you. If not, we can always end this chat a little bit early, but I'm gonna leave it open to you guys now. Let me know if you do have any questions.
Okay, it looks like we don't have any questions coming in. We can give it a couple more minutes, Cameron, if you want to, and just to see if anybody has any questions.
Sure, yeah, not a problem. Okay, so I see a question that just came in. Interested in studying marine science, what study abroad opportunities are there? That is a great question. Within marine science, you actually have quite a few opportunities to study abroad. For example, if you were interested in studying the biology and the anatomy of sharks, we do have a shark study abroad opportunity in Bimini. Otherwise, some other great opportunities to study abroad, we have Australia, we have the Bahamas, we even have Jamaica. So there's a couple different areas within studying abroad for marine science that can really benefit you. You can either do it for a whole semester. We have a Maymester. The Bimini one would be considered a Maymester course, so 5 weeks. We even have some study abroad opportunities for marine science students for a week long. So during spring break, instead of going home, you would do a study abroad a week long in Jamaica, for example. But for Australia and Jamaica, those are going to be year round or semester round. And then the Bimini one for sharks biology will be a Maymester, so 5 weeks. But we have sent our students all over the globe. Like I said, you don't have to go study abroad based off of your major. You can study abroad for any of your classes. So we have sent students to Spain, Greece, Italy, France, Germany. We've sent them, like I said, to Australia. We've sent them all the way out to South Africa and China. So a couple different ways to still study abroad with or without as your major. And student athletes are very supported on campus. So in order to play, you obviously have to put your academics first. Academics is always going to be the frontmost important part of your experience here at Coastal. So if you don't have the grades for it, they're not going to let you play. So it's nice that the student athletes have to do study hall hours behind the scenes. So they have to dedicate at least 20-25 hours of study hall time, either with their team, with their colleagues, something to lock them in. But there is a separate study hall academic learning center where all the student athletes get together. And of course, they do weekly checks. They check in with your advisors. They check in with your professors to making sure you are on time, your tasks are being submitted daily, and that your GPA is still staying above the required GPA needed to be a student athlete. Myself, I was a student athlete when I was in my undergrad, so I love the fact that they had the study hall hours. Me and my teammates, we always got together in our little group sessions. We would do it either before practice or after practice, but we would have a couple different opportunities to get together to hold each other accountable. Any other questions out there?
Well, Cameron, it looks like that was all the questions. Had some good questions from some participants there. I guess if there's no other questions, we can go ahead and end the session a little bit early. I'd like to thank you all for joining today. When you close your windows, there will be a link with a very quick question. It's a little bit of a survey. We appreciate any of your feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of the many sessions that's being hosted today. Be sure to sign up for additional sessions at the OACAC.org. In about a week, you'll receive a session recording that you can go into, and you'll be able to see all these, and they're going to be at our website at the OACAC.org. I'd like to thank you for everybody. Cameron, thank you for your presentation today. Very informative. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.